Alrighty, so let's kick it off. We may as well go straight in, right? We may as well balls to the wall, just go hard from the beginning and start talking about some uncomfortable shit. And what sparked today's episode was I was listening to, I don't know, it was a TV show, movie, something. And the person said, I had no choice. And the response from the other person in the conversation was, well, you didn't give me much of a choice either. And so I was thinking about that, and I really wanted to talk about how much expectation we put on choice. And it really is a catalyst for entering into a victim mindset, isn't it? Because I want you to look at it this way. When we say, oh, I had no choice, that's really bullshit, really. It honestly is. It's a bullshit call. The truth is, yes, there are choices. The bottom line is that none of those choices are what you want to do. They're not good choices. Do you know what I mean? And so, and this has come up before in like one of my trainings. I've had a student say, oh, well, what about, when someone's sort of holding a gun to your head saying, you have to do this or I'll shoot you. You still have a choice. That's what I'm getting at. To say I have no choice is entirely entering into a victim mindset, because you are then saying that you are not in control. You are not in any way responsible for the outcome, and that the other person or the outside events has 100% control over you. And that's the epitome, that's the meaning of a victim, is being at the mercy of something outside of yourself, right? And so this isn't victim shaming, this isn't putting blame anywhere. It's simply starting a conversation about where personal power comes from. Because if someone's threatening you to do this or else, for you to say I have no choice, you are giving them the power. So then you're being a victim. You do have a choice. It's simply that the one of the options or both of the options are not in line with who you are. Then you don't want to make either of those choices, And that's the thing. We seem to think that I don't have a choice is a get out of jail free card, when it's not. That's the thing. It's being able to admit that, yes, I had choices and neither of them were in line with my values. All the choices that were put in front of me were crap. I didn't like any of those choices, and I didn't want to make any of those choices, so I made it someone else's problem instead of having to make the choice myself. I trust this is making sense, and you know what? Yes, it may be triggering to some people, and for that I say you're welcome. This isn't about putting blame anywhere. Blame is such a useless freaking concept. It really is. It doesn't empower anyone. It serves no purpose. It's ridiculous. This isn't about blame. This is about empowerment. It's about responsibility. It's about understanding our role and our place in the world and accepting our voice, that what we say matters and that we do have a choice. There is no rule that I've ever read that said choices were meant to be one good and one bad, one fun, one not so fun. Sometimes all the choices are just shit. However, when you say I don't have a choice, then that's a victim mindset. So what if we could change the narrative and say, yes, you know what? I have choices and they're shit. I don't like any of them. They all make me uncomfortable. However, I'm going to own my situation and make a choice. I'm going to do that. That is where your power comes from, because you're in control then. You know what I mean? I just find it such a interesting topic to nut out, and I'm really having a conversation in my own head. So, maybe it'd be a good topic to have someone on the podcast and talk with me about their opinions on this and their point of view. However, the bottom line that I wanted to really just talk about today was that, listen for how often. I just want you to test the theory. I just want you to open up and really see the truth. See a broader vision of this, okay? Next time you're watching TV, watching a movie, or even listening to a conversation, when you hear someone say, "Oh, I didn't have a choice," or "You've given me no choice," just get curious, question that, and think, "Oh, really?" Or do they have choices that they don't like either outcome? And so then what they're actually choosing is to not choose at all and make someone else responsible. Because that's when blame does come in, doesn't it, I suppose, when we put it in the hands of other people because we don't want to make the choice. So then by saying, "Oh, well, no, you gave me no choice. You haven't given me a choice." You always have a choice. So start checking it out, seeing it in the world around you, and see how it just changes your perspective. It gives you a little bit more to think about when you're sort of in a position where you think you have no choice. Start empowering yourself and saying, "Well, I do have choices. They're both shitty, or they're all ordinary, or I don't like the sound of any of them. However, this is my life. I'm the architect. What am I going to do? What can I control?" And just see how it turns out for you. Anyway, that's all. Just wanted to have a little bit of a chat about that. And I'll see you next time.